Hi, I'm Dr. Donald DeFabio, and welcome to Spotlight on Berkeley Heights. For the last 92 years, since 1909, Berkeley Heights has been celebrating the Feast of Our Lady of Mount Carmel. The official feast day is July 16th, and for several days leading up to the feast day, Berkeley Heights has a carnival with festivals and rides for the children and the whole family leading up to the feast day, which begins with a procession with the Blessed Mother through the town of Berkeley Heights and culminating in a fantastic fireworks display put on by the Santori family at the close of the festival in the evening of July 16th. We're here today at the carnival. Next we'll be going to the procession and finally to the fireworks to document the Feast of Mount Carmel in Berkeley Heights. We're here right now with the current president of the Mount Carmel Society, Louis T. Pasquale. Louis, thanks for having us over.
You're welcome.
Now, this tradition's been going on for, Bo just told us, since 1909. How are you guys going to keep it going?
New membership drives, and just getting people involved. Mm-hmm. And once they get involved and see what we're about, they join up, and that's really how we got a lot of young members now. That's how we're keeping it going now, and then hopefully that's going to carry us through the future.
Mm-hmm. What's your connection to the society? How'd you get involved?
My grandfather got me involved. Even before he died, before I was able to become a member, but the way he was involved, and his father and grandfather before him, because my great-grandfather was one of the founding members, and to keep your tradition, I got involved, and that's got me. That's keeps me.
One question I have is, originally it started as the young girls in town. The first procession was all the young girls in their communion dresses. Yep. How did it become a men's organization?
You know what? I don't know. But in 1923, the men took over. What happened was in 1909, Miss Venezia started because she had a problem with pregnancy, and she prayed to the Our Lady, you know, let me have my baby, and I'll start a procession, I'll start a feast after you. And that's what she did. But in 1923, somehow the men took it over. I really never heard the story about it, but I think what they wanted to do was make it bigger than just the procession. They wanted to have a feast with fireworks and stuff, so the guys had to get involved, and that's how it happened. I think that's pretty much how it started.
And Bo is telling me of the monies raised from this event as well as your other events, you keep most of it in town, I believe.
Absolutely, yeah. We do. We donate to various organizations in Berkeley Heights. You know, people in town, you know, who need it, like through our toy drive that we do have. We're
going to try to grab Goo about that, Mondello, about that. Yeah.
You should talk to him about it. But that's what it's all about. We're here in Berkeley Heights, and that's what we want to help. We help your family first, and Berkeley Heights is our family. Help them first, and if we can, we go outside of Berkeley Heights.
That's great. Now we got a couple guys working over here. Let's see if we can grab them and get some comments. Maybe not. They're pretty busy.
You got Bob Santello.
Bob, come on over here for a minute. Bob, tell us a little bit about your affiliation with Mount Carmel Society.
I guess I've been a member for around 7 years, and I work in town. I work for the road department. And it was really word of mouth, and the guy said, "I want to be a member of Mount Carmel." And I heard about the society years ago when, actually from my uncle. But I was very active in the Elks, so...
That made it a little bit harder.
Made it a little bit harder to leave, but I came aboard about 7 years ago, like I said, and I'm not sorry I did. It's a great organization through people like Louis, and I really enjoy what we're doing.
Well, that's great.
Hi, I'm here at the Mount Carmel Fair, and it's fun and exciting, so come on and join us.
Get your tickets. I have a bit of brain freeze from the Italian ice, but we're having a wonderful time. And once my brain is unfrozen, I'll continue to have a good time.
Got a red mouth, too.
So, Bob, I know Louis' great-great-grandfather was one of the charter members. Do you also have a family connection?
No, I don't. Actually, I'm an outsider. I live in Fawn Park.
Okay.
But I took a job in town, like I said, and
that's what got you involved.
It's a great organization.
Terrific. And, now, who do we have there behind you? Is that?
That's Johnny Capola.
Johnny Capola, come on down. Tell us about. I'm fantastic. Tell us about how you got involved with the Mount Carmel Society.
I moved out here 30 years ago, and my brother-in-law, Nick Monica, was a member years ago.
Sure.
And I met Louis, and I joined the society, and
that's it.
I'm still here.
So Louis, the point man. Are you in charge of membership as well?
Well, that's what makes a great organization, is great members. And what we do here is something that a lot of towns don't have anymore. They used to have it.
Yeah.
And I'm a very strong believer in you got to keep your heritage, no matter what it is. You keep your heritage no matter who you are. And that's what I'm trying to do. And and it's through membership that you can do it. And if you don't have the membership, you're not going to keep it. And that's
about what is your membership?
We got about 160 members.
That's fantastic for a service club. That's really outstanding for today, because most service clubs are struggling.
They are struggling, and why they're struggling is because they don't have the young members. I mean, we have old timers that, that started and really busted, their humps to keep it where it is. But what we have in this organization, nobody else has, is the young membership, that they can, alleviate a lot of their pressures, because we could do a lot of the work.
And carry it on.
And that's something we have, and you see it in a lot of other organizations. They don't have the young membership. And that's my focus, is you want to keep bringing in new membership, young membership.
Sure.
And that's what's going to keep us going for the long haul, until at least our kids get old enough to join.
Now you're talking. Well, gentlemen, thanks for your time, and it's a great festival. We heard the opening reports. We're going to go see the Blessed Mother in the procession, and of course we'll be back for the fireworks.
Dr. Fabio, thank you very much.
Thank you, and keep up the good work, guys.
Thank you.
We'll see you around.
Thank you.
Thank you very much.
Thank you.
Okay, hi, this is Linda Dorsey and Bob Dorsey from Berkeley Heights. We've lived here for 30 years. Absolutely love this fair.
We just came back from vacation in Las Vegas just to be here. We can't miss this event. I've been coming to this event since I was 3 years old.
So everybody have a real nice time and a wonderful time, and good luck, Berkeley Heights. We love you.
Louis, we found him. We found him. Hey, Goop Mondelli, I hear you're in charge of the toy drive. About how many toys do you give out each year?
We actually get about 15 bags.
Bags?
Big bags, yeah.
Wow, that's fantastic. How long's this been going on?
How long about?
6 years?
6 years? 5, 6 years.
That's great.
Yeah.
Where do you distribute them?
The first batch we give to the Berkeley Heights assistants. There's a couple families in Berkeley Heights. We give them first crack. And then I bring them to the Children's Hospital, and there's an organization in Plainfield, NIA, it's called. We give to them. And
so you keep everything.
They honored Goop with the nice plaque. They had a big dinner for them.
Yeah,
we went down.
They were very appreciative.
That's great.
They do a lot in their area. They do a lot of stuff.
Well, I think it's exciting that you keep everything in town first and then stay local. I mean, that's really terrific.
Take care of your own kids first, and then whatever's left, then you
take care of your own backyard.
Yeah, no, that's important. That's important. What happened 6 years ago that got this started?
Well, actually, it's funny. Louis had came to me and he said, I had this dream. We were going.
That's great.
He says, I dreamt we were going through the back streets like we do with the parade.
Okay.
The procession we have on the 16th. He says, with a horse and buggy. He says, and we're collecting toys, because we're talking toy drive and stuff. And I said, oh yeah, maybe we ought to try that. And I said, a horse and buggy. I can get a 4-wheeler and a trailer.
There you go.
Yeah, I can do that. And I just decorated it and put all the lights in the sled and Santa Claus on. We go through the back streets and all the neighbors come out and we play the music and
that's great.
Christmas music.
And the neighbors are wonderful. They come out and they really support it. And it's really nice. It really is. It's really great to see how people can support something like that. I mean, it's wonderful.
That's terrific. So it's just another tradition that's being created and perpetuated by the Mount Carmel Society.
It's about giving. That's what we're about. We want to give back to the community. That's what we're going to keep on doing.
Boy, that is really fantastic. Well, guys, keep it up. And clearly this is a spiritually oriented group. The vision you've had, the vision of Mary Venezia, I think it's really terrific. So keep it up, and God willing and God bless, it'll be for another 200 or 300 generations.
Thousands. We want thousands.
All right, sounds good. Gentlemen, thanks for your time.
Thank you very much.
Thank you.
Good job.
Just stop for 2 seconds.
Hit it, Tony.
Yeah, right? Oh, we just put it in here? Yes, good.
Right here.
I've got a good recipe, too.
You hear Johnny's mother?
Cool, hello. Nice tune.
You know, that's God.
I feel good with this. Let's go get something.
Tell me a little bit about the Mount Carmel Festival, what it means to you.
It means a lot because in today's world, so many traditions are lost, and this sort of reinforces faith in our religion and faith in people. And it's just wonderful to come and see this every year. I never miss it, no matter where I am during the year. I always tell people, this is something you have to come to Berkeley Heights to see.
Is it any different having it during the middle of the week like this as it is this year, or on the weekends? Does it seem to impact you at all?
No, it never makes a difference because the meaning is always there, and I look forward to it every year.
It's like a high school reunion every year.
There you go. We like that. So a lot of people from town always seem to come back.
Always.
A lot of friends that we haven't seen. My son who's in Florida, he tries to get back every year for it. It's just something very, very special. You have to be here to really appreciate it.
And you got to appreciate the fireworks that Santori's put on. You know, I was down in Florida this past year, just recently, like a week ago, and it doesn't compare at all to what he has here in Berkeley Heights.
Well, we really appreciate you coming out, and I guess I'll see you tonight for the fireworks.
You got it.
All right.
Right here.
All right. Sounds good. James and Shirley D'Elia from the Mount Carmel Society. Jimmy, you were involved with the restoration of the Little Flower Church. You're working on that, aren't you?
Yes, yeah, right now we're still working on it. We did quite a bit with the masonry and removal of some of the shrubs and power washing and let's see, new flagpole donated by Berkeley Hardware and some of the materials too, also on the steps from Berkeley. So we've had a real great turnout there. We're really happy with it.
Shirley, how did this happen? How did the Mount Carmel Society get involved with fixing up the church?
Well, my understanding, and Jim, correct me if I'm wrong, is that the priest mentioned something. I mean, there was a need for restoration on the church. The church was literally falling apart. and somebody needed to, to pitch in and help to do some repairs, and he must have mentioned it to someone within Mount Carmel who, suggested that the guys get together, and it was unanimous, I'm sure, that they all would, head up a team of guys to go do whatever needed to be done. And the first priority, I guess, was the steps and the railings, and they just went ripped out all the landscaping. I didn't even know they were doing that, and put the flower pots in. It just looks awesome.
Yeah, it looks really beautiful. I was over there today. Was it a goal to have it somewhat ready for the feast day today?
Yeah, exactly. It was a big goal.
Well, actually,
sometimes
they also had weddings that they had to have it done for. So there was a timeline that they had to meet to get the steps done. Even the bride stopped by going, "You're going to be done in time." So yeah, they definitely had to get it done pretty quick. They had a window of opportunity to get certain things done.
Exactly.
So the Mount Carmel Society is a service organization. What exactly is it?
We like to think of ourselves as that because we do a lot of functions in town. When something's mentioned, there was a park dedication to someone that was lost in the 9/11. 2 people actually that we did a little bit there and donated our services and pretty much we feel that way.
Christmas time they do a walk through some of the neighborhoods, and they advertise ahead of time, and they collect gifts. They walk around, they sing music. It's like a Christmas caroling. And they walk through the neighborhood, and they have a display truck, I guess, that they kind of pull, and people come out and give the gifts, and it's just the amount of gifts they get is just incredible. They bring it back to Mount Carmel, and then the next day they actually bring it to the Children's Hospital. Some of it.
A few organizations get together and they take what they need. Exactly.
Come in and take certain things that locally, I guess, from the town, right?
Right. Now, in terms of the church, are you going to be doing anything to the interior?
Yeah, we are. We're looking at doing some work on the ceilings, maybe some work on the heating system and stuff like that, and pretty much basically whatever the parish priest needs done. On a little church we're going to take care of, and it doesn't just stop there either, if something needs to be done at the other churches or whatever, we're there to pitch in, whatever we need to do. And we get a lot of donations from businesses in the area, and a lot of donations from, a lot of help from even the parishioners from the church, which is really nice, and it just melds a lot of really, really neat people together, to get something done, and it's really nice to see. So it's pretty sharp.
So the Mount Carmel Society is spearheading the restoration, so to speak, and getting all the other people to donate either their time or their goods or services.
Exactly,
Once you get started on the way, church means a lot to the town, and it's important to keep it restored because we don't want to ever see anything happen to it.
And maintained also. That's another thing. You can restore something, but if you don't maintain it, what that's like, Doc. It just goes away, right? So you got to maintain it as well as just preserve it, as well as just rebuild it, So that's another thing we have to do. Get a real maintenance program going there every couple months, every month exactly on a certain day we want to get there, do a little painting, do a little cleaning, whatever we need to do, we'll do, So, yeah.
So if there's anybody in town that wants to get involved, what do they do?
Love to have them. They can come down to Mount Carmel, Monday nights we're down there, and just or sign up in the church. I'm sure they have something to sign up there at church, or talk to Bo, who does a lot of our PR work through Mount Carmel. And we'd be more than glad to have anybody, even if they see us there at the church working, just come on over, man. We'll give you something to do. We'll pitch in.
Come over and bring you guys water and bring you them food while they were working there. I mean, just little things like that. I really appreciate it.
It's a special town, I'll tell you too. It's not only the members, it's the town itself. There's a lot of people in this town that really care, and that's what's nice. It's hard to find that in the town. So it's nice.
Well, that is one of the things that makes Berkeley Heights special, and that's why we like to keep everybody in the loop, so to speak, about what's happening, because we want to maintain that sense of unity, a one-town feel.
That's the way it feels. I would never leave Berkeley Heights. He knows that.
Too many generations here, huh?
Home. Yeah.
A lot of generations here. It's a real nice feeling when your daughter can come home and say, "Are we related to this one in school and that one in school?" Because we're sixth generation here, and
that's great.
It's a great feeling, to feel that, to feel the roots run deep, So it's great. It's really great.
Well, James, thanks for your time.
Thank
we
you,
appreciate
Doc. I
it.
appreciate it.
And surely we know he wouldn't be doing it if it wasn't because of you. Now, were you having fun at the Mount Carmel Society picnic?
Yeah.
All right. What did you have to eat today? What'd you eat?
Hot dog. Hot dog.
Was it good?
Yep.
All right. Did anybody have any sausage and peppers? No sausage and peppers. What about corn on the cob?
Yes.
Yeah.
I just came here.
You just came? Well, maybe next time we'll get you a little something to eat before, but we can go feed you now. How's that sound?
No.
No! Ah, we got to work on that. All right, you guys going to do any dancing today?
Yes.
No.
How come you have the white dress on, honey?
We wear it every year because we hold the ribbon on the in the parade.
And do you girls know the history behind the communion dresses for the procession?
No.
Yeah, well, a long time ago when they first did the procession, it was only little girls in their communion dresses. And now the men also do it, but that's why it all started with girls like you starting this procession. Isn't that pretty cool?
Yep. Yes.
All right, everybody, goodbye.